It's the end of February and it's time to review how I got on with my no spend month and see if I've stuck to budget, stuck to my targets, and see what I have achieved. Hello, my name's Rachel and I do videos all about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year, and today we're going to talk about February's spend for spend amount, food amount and petrol, and to see kind of my thoughts on how I'm getting on and my targets maybe for next month. I record everything in my Go Girl budget planner, so inside there I will track all of my spend. So here is food, spend and petrol, and I just write out the date of the receipt and roughly what it is or where I shopped and then the amount, and then I tot it up at the end of the month and I see how I've got on and review my progress. And what I do is I collect all my receipts up and then I try and go through them once a week and kind of mark them off on my planner, but I actually left them for the whole month. This is the whole month of receipts. I've gone through them and I'm now going to tot it up and see what I have spent. So for my spend amount, I am trying to limit it to £100, and I know that I have got some expenditure in there. Oh, I haven't included the meal. For my spend amount, I usually give myself £100, and that is the maximum for anything around my home, for myself, for clothing, for stuff for Noah, so that I am not kind of being frivolous with my money, because as I've said before, any spare money that I get at the minute, I am putting towards travel experiences or tickets to events. So I'm trying to really save as much as I can everywhere else so that I can really utilise it and have some experiences this year and really kind of embrace life and live it to its fullest. So I've just realised that I had missed something on my spend amount, quite a significant one, so I have added that in now, so it is now accurate. So this month I have only spent, well, I've spent under my £100. I think this is like a miracle. If I look back to last month, I was £73. So yeah, like I'm under budget again, second month in a row. I'm on a roll with 2023. So I have only spent £82.62 this month, and I can tell you exactly the 4 different items I purchased using that money. So one is a dress, which I bought the other day. It's a blue long sleeve one. So you might see it in some of my videos coming up, or one that I've just filmed. I've also bought a flea collar because I do the flea treatment, but I also do a flea collar as well for my cat because I just think double protection is worth its weight in gold. Never want to get fleas. And I also bought a card, like a gift card, and then I paid about £56 I think roughly for a birthday meal out at a fancy restaurant where you had like about 6 courses for a dining experience. So in total, £82. So I'm doing well, I'm under budget. I'm very impressed with that. It's just meant that it has allowed me to really utilise my spare money and put it towards other things. So I already had some savings which has paid for some of my travel, and now I'm just using any spare money now for planning my next lot of travel so that I am kind of utilising it as best I can and getting the best deals when they're available. Yeah, so that's my plan with my other money. I did have an additional expense this month, which was all planned for. I had my car MOT and I'd budgeted around 100, but obviously there's always something that needs doing, so at least I had saved money everywhere else, that I had the spare money available that I could just use. So I spent £176 on my car MOT, but at least it's done, it's safe, and it is good to go. Food this month, I only had 4 weekends, so that's good. It meant that I could kind of stick to my budget. At the minute it's about 250, 260 I said, for 4 weeks, but more if it was 5 weeks. I have stuck to budget. Spoiler alert, I stuck to 253. However, I only did 3 big shops there, so essentially I may have not stuck to budget. Because I was away for 4 days, I didn't do one of the food shops. I just did a couple of little bits when I came back, rather than doing a full shop. But then I ended up, so when I came back from holiday, because I hadn't done a shop, I then felt like I needed to do a bigger shop because I was covering for more than a week. But then I guess I was only away for 3 days, so I still managed to utilise everything that I already had. I think I used up lots before I went, and some of the food that I took with me, like gluten-free stuff and gluten-free snacks, was in that budget as well. So I guess really it has covered me for 4 weeks, and it's meant that I've been able to eat what I need to eat. And also in our last food shop that we've just done at the weekend, we did plan in about 3 different new recipes. So there were a couple of things that we don't normally have in the cupboards that we'd had to buy in for the recipes, like soy sauce and things like that. So it just meant that we could experiment and try a few new things, because we were very stuck in our ways of our food, and it would be just nice to eat something different every now and then and kind of enjoy some different tastes. 253, I stuck to budget and I'm pleased with that. So at least that's something. Okay, my last section is petrol, and that was again for 4 weeks. But again, I was away for a few days, and obviously it's been half term for one of those weeks. However, I did have to go to Bristol to fly. So although I saved some money on petrol, I didn't, because I had to use it to travel, if that makes sense, from not having to go to work for a week. But I still managed to keep within budget. I think I have a budget of, I'm sure the budget was like 160. Before it used to be 140 for 4 weeks. So actually I've done okay. I spent £138 for four weeks. So that is about on track. I think even if I had just had a week of work in that, I think it wouldn't have been much more than 145. Like, I'd used petrol, so it's fine. So I think I've done alright this month. I stuck to budget on all 3 areas, and I have been able to kind of be a bit more strict with myself. So I'm really pleased with that. I feel like that's good. I think next month coming up is another 4 weekend month. So I'm going to have the similar budget. I'm going to have £100 to spend. I'm going to have 4 weeks of food, 4 weeks of petrol. So hopefully they should stay in budget. I'm going to be really careful with my food bill now. I'm really going to plan out. I have been really slack for the last month or so. I've been kind of keeping to what I've bought, but it's just been very samey, and I just want to mix it up, but I want to keep on top of exactly what it is I'm buying and try and get into a better habit of using up products. I've got quite a stock at the minute in the cupboards, so I could really do with using that up now and kind of going through it. I don't think there's anything massive that's coming up in the next month that is going to cost me lots of money. I've already bought some gifts for some things that are coming up. That's already kind of accounted for. And yeah, I don't think there is too much coming up. I think I've got a kind of work residential coming up, but that falls into the next month. That falls into April's pay. So I don't have anything big coming up that's going to cost me. So in theory, I can really stick to budget in the next month and really make the most of kind of my money, and I can then plan in some more travel plans and maybe some more tickets to experiences. So if you've got any suggestions of things that I could try either around the UK or abroad, then let me know in the comments below. I love your thoughts and ideas. If you've been doing your no spend month, how are you getting on, and what have you found difficult this month? Have you found it easy? What are your strategies to get yourself through? I know that some people do like the no spend days and kind of track that, so that might be something I might do for the next month and see how I get on. So I might add that into my kind of little review at the end of next month. So I will be back soon for more videos on decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. Take care, bye.